underway here in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tough serve. Good job by the Jackrabbits. And a miscommunication there. Looked like they were going to get it back over, but not quite communicating clearly.
Stella Swenson putting the pressure on. She was very inconsistent in the last couple of matches, putting good pressure on, but also high error. She's going to keep the ball on Zagunts here because she's the front row left side.
And she does just off the tape, but Zagunts has a good set. They go to Shetnin up the middle. Great stop by Gar. And the Gophers get it over. Again, Jackrabbits running into each other. Zagunts takes a swing and does get the touch.
Zagunts going for the touch there. It's a really smart swing against a very sizable block. Lauren Crowell out on the right side and Calissa Minity in the middle. That's a tough block to be hitting against. Zagunts makes a smart choice there.
Madison Burr in at middle now for the Jackrabbits. Leads the team with 6 solo blocks and an ace.
And this will be part of the game for us to watch today, the serve pass game. Minnesota has oftentimes found themselves in shaky position, both receiving serve but also with too many service errors. They've got to win the serve pass game if they want to sweep again tonight.
They go after Gar again. Crowell on the left side, and she's just long.
Jackrabbits making quick work of this, doing a nice job, staying disciplined.
Good reception by Gar. Quick to the middle. Minity is picked up, gets the overpass. Good chance for the Gophers. They'll run Acevedo on the right. She gets the kill.
That's a nice little play the Gophers ran in transition. You saw Calissa Minity go off of 1 foot tight behind the setter to try and hold that middle blocker, and then Acevedo able to use a broken block to earn that kill.
Now, something that Keegan Cook has talked about is a lot of the time on those overpasses, the Gophers have been taking sort of half swings. He said really want them to either. So nice block on Zagunts there will get the kill. Really wants them to either take an aggressive swing or back off as they did on that last point.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful block here by Calissa Minity. Check how far she penetrates over the net. Really quite athletic.
Acevedo's serve has put a decent amount of pressure on opponents lately, and Crowell finishes off the overpass.
Lauren Crowell there with authority. She got a heavy arm when she can get there. When she gets there, she's got that heavy arm. She can swing a lot of speed, a lot of pace coming on that ball.
4-3 Gophers lead. Acevedo, one of their best servers. Another overpass. Minity tips it over. Joust at the net, and Hansen takes care of it with the back row setter.
Absolutely, and now Minnesota going on a little bit of a run of their own, certainly all driven by Acevedo's serve. Acevedo is really putting the pressure on these South Dakota State Jackrabbit passers.
Good serve again, putting pressure on them. Zagunts out of system, still fairly aggressive roll. Very tight to the net. Swenson goes to Minity. Almost finds the open space, finishes it off with the block.
Minity stays home, does exactly what she's supposed to do. A bit of a miscommunication there between Swenson and Minity on that 31, but she stays with the play, able to earn that block.
Acevedo on a service run, off the tape. Good chance for Ventling. Brown tries to go to the side and is wide.
And that's an unfortunate error for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits. When you finally nail a perfect pass, you really want to be able to terminate, and they're just a hitting error. It's just unfortunate. They've got to work their way out of this slump.
I'd be remiss to not mention the amazing 5-set victory by South Florida over Dayton that happened just before. Shettin in a swing in the middle. Nearly an overpass. Swenson tried to handle it, but went wide.
It's a good attempt by Stella Swenson. We know she's trying to work her way into the offense a little bit more because she can be really offensive. There, she just missed the court. She knew she was out of position.
Riley Martin serve. Goes after Hansen. Run the slide to Lourdes Myers. She is turned away. A monstrous block that was between Shetnin and Hannah Klein.
Hannah Klein does a really nice job of being ready and waiting for this. We know Lourdes Myers likes to run the slide, and she's been quite successful, especially in yesterday's match versus the Dayton Flyers. Klein there to stop it this time.
Thibault just barely gets under it. Acevedo will roll it over. In-system chance for the Jackrabbits. Klein again with the tip. Thibault is there. Tight pass to the net. Joust is won by Sydney Shetnin.
And Sydney Shetnin, we mentioned, she's 6'5". It's hard to win a joust against someone who is, taller than you, quite a bit taller than you.
Riley Martin serve. Gopher lead cut down 2-1. They'll run Acevedo on the left side off that left hand of Shetnin.
And that started with a much better pass there by McKenna Gar. She makes a great pass. Stella Swenson has all of her options available and decides to go with Acevedo. We'll see how Stella Swenson continues to work the rest of her hitters into this match as well.
Georgia Lee's serve would have gone just near that baseline. Klein will shove that over. Back row attempt for Hansen. And a good defense by the Jackrabbits. Klein will just roll it over. Swenson back row again to Hansen. And this time she finishes it off.
I just was thinking to myself, we haven't seen a back row attack yet. And then Hansen comes with just two absolute bombs. South Dakota State able to dig the first, but the second is just too much.
And an ace serving that right side against Gunts.
And Georgia Lee has done a really nice job for this Golden Gopher squad. Coming in as the serving specialist, she has put a ton of pressure on teams, does a really nice job. This is a good rotation for Minnesota.
Goes after zone 5 again. Shetnin up the middle. Tip, Thibault is there. Acevedo through the middle of the block.
That's a quick play. South Dakota State, though, that block is far too broken for what it needs to be. I understand it's a quick play, but they've got to be able to close that block because Acevedo is going to use that seam all day.
Georgia Lee the serve, lead back up to 5, and it's long. Now South Dakota State out of timeouts. Seems like everyone they've called was pretty helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think this squad is pretty well coached. Coach George Alice is doing a very nice job with this team, and clearly they've got a rhythm going. We'll see how the rest of this set goes. He wants to keep his team in it early against this Minnesota squad.
Maggie Meister, the true freshman defensive specialist, serves after Acevedo. The slide again, good swing by Minity. They'll run that right side in Ventling Brown. Great dig by Thibault. Acevedo tight to the net pass and just tips it over. But just out.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Burr still serving, forced to go for timeout. Tough pass from Gar. Acevedo will bump it over from the back row. Go quick to Shetnin. Slight disconnect. She gets a good tip off. Hansen with the left hand is turned away by the setter, Riley Martin.
Minnesota not going to be happy with that point. Really sloppy, not disciplined. This is where we've talked about them. If they want to come out and win with authority, they can't have those kind of mental lapses that they've just had, miscommunications.
The lead cut to 3 for Minnesota. Good pass from Hansen. She'll get it back. And a slow to form block. Hansen takes advantage.
You said it, Sam. Slow to form block and a sort of malformed block. Big hole between the setter, Riley Martin, and Shetnin.
Hansen serving one away from set point. Tough serve. They'll feed Klein, and she's turned away once again. Lourdes Myers having a great blocking game.
A really nice block there. Klein unfortunately can't get out of the way as it's coming back at her, but Lourdes Myers working really hard to close that block out on the right side.
Set point Gophers. They'll go back row to Gunts. Great diving dig by Gar. Back row two-hand set over for Hansen. Again, Shetnin very well placed. Great dig by Gar, but not enough.
Really, really smart play by Shetnin. Seeing that open space right there on the court, able to just gently tip it over. Gar almost able to grab it, but Shetnin, it's a very senior move, if you will.
Martin serve, she'll have to get 4. Out of system ball to Acevedo, right into the block of Sydney Shetnin. The redshirt senior making herself seen here late in set 1.
Yeah, Shetnin there, just there. She closes the block, really penetrates over the net. That's very hard to hit against. A great block.
Gopher crowd coming alive. Good pass by Thibault. Slide to Lourdes Myers is turned away by Klein. Good pursuit by Hansen and Thibault. It's Hansen, Thibault, and Gar on the serve reception. Acevedo and Myers in the front row, along with, of course, Swenson. They'll run Acevedo, wide set. Able to get a hand on it, though. Ventling Brown on the right side gets the kill, 24-23.
South Dakota State not going away easy. A miscommunication there between Stella Swenson and Alex Acevedo as it relates to that attack coming out of the timeout. We'll see what they choose to run here.
Everybody at the PAV on their feet.
There's a ball on the
court.
Yeah. Ball on the court. We'll get another chance. Minnesota has 2 hitters up front. They've got Stella Swenson, Lourdes Myers, and Alex Acevedo. All 3 of those are great options. Plus, they've got Julia Hansen in the back. So if they can make a pass, they've got plenty of options.
See, my money's on slide to Myers right here. Nope, they go Acevedo. Good choice. She finishes off the set.
You don't set, Sam. I mean, you might be good, but great choice there. Great, starts with a great pass. Alex Acevedo able to find this seam here in the South Dakota State block, and the Gophers take set 1.
We'll be back with set 2 here on Big Ten Plus. Picked up by Gar. Swenson goes out to Acevedo. Block touch from the Jackrabbits. Guntz, nice play off the touch, but it's out.
Just not quite able to handle that one is Guntz, but obviously does her best to try and squeeze it in. Just a little bit of a tight set there for her.
Serve from Swenson. Gophers up 1-0. Nice diving dig, and Guntz will roll it over. Big swing on the right side from Crowell. Martin's there. Guntz blocked by Crowell.
South Dakota State really scrappy, doing everything they can to keep it alive, but can't find themselves just a good swing. It's got to start with a good pass. You watch South Dakota State's passers in this rotation. They start a bit more balanced, and then libero Jocelyn Richardson really shades left towards Guntz to try and free her up.
Tight pass. They go to Shetnin, who gets the kill between Gar and Hansen.
I will probably say this far too many times during this match this afternoon, but both sides, once they have control of the pass, have just so many more options. It's obvious they've got a much more options to run their offense, but it's really something they've got to continue to get under control.
Big swing by Crowell, handled off the block. Guntz on this near side, and Hansen can't handle it, over by the ref. Guntz gets the kill.
Yeah, Guntz there has her, let's see, 5th kill of the afternoon on 16 swings. Gophers
in system off that serve. Quick 2-minute. She gets taken down in front of the net, slow to get up, and play will pause. Hopefully she's okay.
Here.
Back underway. We'll see how quick they get Taylor involved. Big block on that right side against Crowell.
I think that's a really smart play by Burr. Taylor is coming in fresh off the bench as a true freshman, and Burr doesn't really pay all that much attention to her, is able to get outside to Lauren Crowell quickly.
Good pass. Swenson goes right side, Acevedo. Crowell is there to pick up the block. One more time, Acevedo turned away by Guntz.
South Dakota State blocking really, really well early on. They didn't start as hot as we thought, but then late in set 1 and here early in set 2, really blocking well. Minnesota not taking good swings.
Good in-system pass. This time they go to Taylor. She goes for the tip. It's picked up. They'll run that right side. Ventling Brown dug up by Swenson. Free ball for the Jackrabbits. Burr, slightly missed time, does a good job with the tip though, gets the kill.
Burr not thrilled with how that looked, but thrilled with the kill and the end result here against Jordan Taylor, able to just squeak it by with a really smart tip. And now Minnesota bringing in Kelly Kinney. Kelly Kinney's right-handed versus Lauren Crowell being left-handed. So Kelly Kinney can stay out here and hit on the left side for these Golden Gophers. And it's a little bit easier.
Jordan Taylor gets a kill, goes straight down off the quick set from Swenson.
That's an authoritative kill by the freshman Jordan Taylor. Really nice job, great timing. Stella Swenson able to find her high enough.
Hansen and Acevedo, the only non-freshmen on the Gopher side of the court right now. So that service error brings it to 6-3 Jackrabbits.
Some mental lapses here on the Minnesota side of the net, and South Dakota State is going to make you pay for that. They are really scrappy. They're going to really keep coming at you.
Defensive rotation for the Jackrabbits. Weber, Meister, and Richardson in the backcourt. Swenson goes quick again to Taylor. Good hustle. And Zgunts will bump it back over. Good chance here for the Gophers. Taylor again, this time lets out more of a swing. Tight to the net. Zgunts goes right through the block.
Zgunts sees that hole, and she is going to terminate when she sees a hole in the block like that. Jordan Taylor there went up with the setter, even though that she shouldn't have. She should have gone outside with Zgunts, but
6 kills for Zgunts, leads the game. Julia Hansen, big swing through the block. They'll go to Zgunts again on that left side. Minity says no touch. The call is a touch.
I mentioned this early in set one. Zgunts used that shot a number of times, that high hand shot off of a big block. That's a very effective shot for her.
Weber serve handled. Hansen goes for the left-hand tip. Great pancake dig. And Burr is long.
South Dakota State with a hitting error there. Burr just unusual hitting error where she's sort of out of position, takes it too long. Score is 4-8. Minnesota needs to go on a run here to close this back up with Gar serving.
Good start, gets the overpass, and Kinney is there.
And we mentioned Kelly Kinney with her career night last night, just a freshman, but 12 kills last night. Back in here on the right side, has stayed in, looking to have another great day today.
McKenna Gar's serve, the lead, the deficit for the Gophers at 3. Tap over from Burr, very well placed, gets the kill off Acevedo.
I'm really impressed with Burr. She does a really nice job. Madison Burr, she's actually a Minnesota native, the sophomore out of Goodhue, Minnesota. She does a really nice job of just being really smart. She makes smart plays. She stays disciplined. She's everywhere she needs to be. She's doing a great job today.
One of 4 Minnesota natives on this South Dakota State team. Of course, at the end of the day, they're all going to go back and root for the Vikings tonight.
Oh, yeah. We'll see. Home game for the Vikings, right, Sam?
I think so. Kate Thibault serving for the Gophers, still deficit of 3. Zgunts overpass on the serve. Swenson feeds the slide to Myers, looked a bit tight, but she gets the kill.
Really nice hustle out of South Dakota State Jackrabbits. Lourdes Myers able to take advantage of this poor pass and return by South Dakota State and a single block. Minnesota really keying in on Zgunts right now from the service line.
Myers has 4 kills today. They'll go to Klein. Acevedo's there off the block. Touch. Hansen unreels.
That ball came with a lot more tempo, a lot more pace. Stella Swenson able to find Hansen very quickly on that ball, and she's able to get it just right over the block. Block not ready, not formed well.
Jackrabbits lead by 1. Good pass off the serve from Thibault. Burr comes flying in on the right side and gets the kill.
And again, Burr just not going to be the flashiest player that you see out there, but really, really effective. Burr with her 6th kill on 9 swings and only 2 errors.
Second in the game behind her teammate Zgunts. Hansen and Acevedo at 5. Swenson goes to Hansen. And a big bounce on that swing. Klein takes a swing off the left hand of Myers. Swenson goes for the dump, scrappy play. by the Jackrabbits to get it back over. That was Klein on that last swing. This time a huge swing from Hansen, and a quick apology as that went off of Burr.
Really, really scrappy. This South Dakota State team continues to impress me. There, once they had finally dug that ball and gotten it back over, they had blockers in all sorts of wrong positions, and a middle Burr just not able to dig that one out.
Serve from Hansen. They'll run the middle. Shetnin. Good tip. Great dig by Gar. Hansen from the back row is picked up. Klein. Myers gets a touch on it. The slide to Myers is picked up by Martin. Klein one more time into the net. 4 touches from the Jackrabbits. We are tied up at 10.
Yeah, this is a great match so far. Myers not able to quite make a kill there on that slide. It looks like she and Stella Swenson are still working out their timing, and yet Minnesota able to tie it up 10-10.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
And confirmed. That surprises me.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sam. I was at least expecting it to be upheld and to stand, but it sounds like they firmly saw that out.
And so Madison Burr will continue the serve, and it's just long. So the challenge ices her. Gophers have to rally here, down 20-23.
Yeah, absolutely. They've got Julia Hansen going back. She's been doing well, early in this match, both set 1 and set 2, putting a lot of pressure on, and Jackrabbits haven't necessarily had a great answer.
They'll go right to Klein and into the net.
And there, we've mentioned Minnesota really putting the pressure on Zgunts as a passer here. They're going to continue to do so, and that left the Jackrabbits with only one option.
Hansen, she's been serving aggressively today. Shetnin, slow swing over the top of the block. Acevedo, tight set, and gets the touch.
Much better pass, but just not enough. That was a beautiful block touch by Minnesota to then get themselves back in transition. Acevedo off the hands. Great swing.
$10 to 8.5 total blocks. Jackrabbits leading. Big swing up the middle and a huge block. Lourdes Myers.
Lourdes Myers, exactly what they needed over on the Minnesota side. You can see sort of in this angle, you can see she turns over into that right angle to take it away from Shetnin at the last minute.
Serve from Hansen. They'll run the slide. Good tip by Shetnin. Hansen will set it over. One more time for the Jackrabbits, this time over to Klein. Hansen is there. Acevedo on the left side is picked up by Zgunts. She'll get a back row attempt, tips it over. Thibault is there to pick it up. Acevedo one more time, and the Jackrabbits are there. Shetnin quick up the middle, and she's wide. Gophers rally back to set point.
Really, really good defense there by Minnesota. Kate Thibault, as you said, really doing a nice job of reading as she plays defense. That tip from the last tip she received didn't surprise her one bit. Minnesota needed that energy, that momentum shift here, and Julia Hansen goes back for set point.
Hansen serve on set point. Takes the Jackrabbits out of system. Klein takes a swing, rolls it over. Great dig off the net by Acevedo. Hansen will roll it back row. Good chance for the Jackrabbits. Back row from Zgunts, and the Gophers can't handle that one.
And this is interesting now. Neither coach with the timeouts, tied up 24-24. So really want to let their players run after it. Looks like we're going to ask for another floor wipe. Minnesota currently has a 2-hitter rotation. So you've got Stella Swenson, Alex Acevedo, and Lourdes Myers up there. The Jackrabbits, on the other hand, Riley Martin just went to the back row, so they've got 3 hitters up front.
Well, don't forget about Hansen in the back row. We'll see if the Gophers decide to feed her. Serve goes after Gar. They'll run. Acevedo goes off the block, picks up her own block. Good job by the Gopher defense taking care of that. Hansen, another swing, gets the touch. Another set point now for the Gophers.
Alex Acevedo able to squeak that one in, and my goodness, Kate Thibault, she has been everywhere they have needed her to be these last few points. Covering balls, Acevedo able to squeeze that one in. And now Georgia Lee, the tough server.
Georgia Lee for set point. Riley Martin will set Klein, and she goes right off the block of Swenson and down.
You know, Sam, the match earlier went extra points in a couple of sets, so why not do so here?
Well, the fans getting some exercise standing up every set point, sitting right back down after. We'll see how long they keep this going as Maggie Meister, the true freshman, is back to serve.
Minnesota still with 2 hitters here. Stella Swenson. You wonder if she chooses her own number here and tries to dump depending on the pass. Otherwise, Alex Acevedo, and of course, Hansen out of the back row. There it is.
They go Hansen back row. Really great dig in the back by Richardson. Gunts will roll it over. Chance here for the Gophers. Acevedo this time off the block. Jackrabbits in disarray. They'll get one off to Ventling. Brown doesn't get the touch, and the fans can stand back up.
Well, we'll see if they can. It looks like there's going to be a challenge here. So Dan Georgalis is going to challenge whether or not there was a touch on that play. I couldn't tell live here in the arena. Doesn't appear to be one there. Maybe we get another look.
Yeah, definitely a tough call there. Again, these net plays always one of the tougher, or the touch plays, I should say, always one of the tougher replays. Yeah,
but you know, I like this challenge. I think it's a really smart challenge. They're out of timeouts. You really need to win this set. You don't want to go down 2-0.
A look from the other side here.
Hard to tell. It's really hard to tell. But again, he didn't have any more timeouts. He needed to talk about it with the team. So I think it's a smart challenge. If he loses, he still has one left. But certainly giving it all he's got here in this very close second set.
About to get a calling.
Oh, wow.
They are
and
calling a touch.
Great, great. Coach Dan Georgalis, nice challenge.
So it's 26-25. Set point, first set point of the match for the Jackrabbits. Thibault takes the serve, good pass, Swenson goes, Taylor on the slide.
What a big kill for the freshman. Lourdes Myers jumping up and down, cheering for her on the bench. Really nice swing by Jordan Taylor, a great run, and a really nice set there by Stella Swenson. When you can get Jordan Taylor high enough, she can be very dominant.
Kinney, Taylor, and Acevedo, the front row for the Gophers. Still have Hansen as a back row option. They'll go Shetnin up the middle, and a good effort there by Swenson. Can't handle the tip.
And so South Dakota State will have another set point here. Great job by Shetnin to get the job done. Minnesota's pass really going to need to buckle down here.
Set point, serve, Gar takes it. Go far side to Kelly Kinney. Big swing. Zgunts goes right through the block, 28-26. Breaks the 14-set win streak of the Gophers, and we're tied up at 1. Swenson will start serving the third set. Good pass, they'll go back to Ventling. Brown, Acevedo is there. Good tip by Shetnin. Acevedo takes a swing and gets the ball back for the Gophers. Right side, Kinney is just wide.
And Kinney took a little while to settle in the match yesterday versus Dayton. She had a couple errors early on, but then settled in and had a nice match on the whole. So we'll see if she can settle herself in as well today.
Zgunts and Hansen tied with 10.5 points. Acevedo, big swing, and gets the kill.
Really good set choice there by Stella Swenson, getting her hitter a one-on-one. And Alex Acevedo one-on-one should terminate every single time.
Good serve for the Gophers. Bentling Brown into the block.
Julia Hansen has kind of, her blocking tonight has frustrated her. There have been a couple times where she's had nice blocks, and then a couple times where her hands are not positioned well, and the team's able to use her. There, not the case. A really good block.
Good serve from Acevedo. Setting from behind the service line. Zgunts will tip it over. Chance for Hansen to step into it here. And the Jackrabbits recover. Dump that Gar almost got, but a really smart play by Riley Martin.
Yeah, Riley Martin, very crafty there. I mentioned this, South Dakota State, they're gonna swing away, but then every once in a while, they'll just mix in that little crafty tip, make you stay honest.
I think I've seen more of Riley Martin's dumps today than the rest of the weekend combined. So definitely an intentional choice to play that more against the Gophers. Hansen, a big swing, but it's into the net.
That one hung a little bit, and both Hansen and Stella Swenson kind of working out what they need to do there. It looked like Hansen tried to snap that sharper cross court because it was a little bit off the net.
Serve from Weber. Quick to Jordan Taylor. Jackrabbits are there again, setting from behind the service line. And a nice swipe from Zgunts.
Absolutely. I think that's what I've been really impressed with their pin hitters on both sides of the Zgunts, but also others. They've done a nice job, Bentling Brown, of using that outside hitter's right hand, left hand, and scoring sort of at will when they're doing that.
The down ref wasn't quite ready, adjusting something on the post. So service here from Weber. Jackrabbits lead 4-2. Acevedo takes it tight to the net for Swenson. And Hansen again, two-hand setting it over. Big swing from Zgunts. No touch is the call, and looks like we will have a challenge from head coach Dan Georgalis. So we'll take a look at this play here.
There was a touch. So South Dakota State will have this serve. Minnesota needs to nail a pass.
Good pass, who do you feed?
That's a good question. I think I'd go Kinney on this one, actually. He's trying to get her worked into the match a little bit, especially if I can get her one-on-one.
Kinney, Taylor, and Hansen front row. They do go Kinney, and she gets the kill. Nice call, Meredith.
Thank you. It's always lovely when the players make you look like you know what you're doing, right? Good swing there by Kinney. Obviously, she needs to continue to work her way in, find her rhythm, find her pace with Stella Swenson, but a good swing there for her and a kill.
Burr is turned away by Julia Hansen.
Julia Hansen, that's two crazy stuff blocks within short order. Watch this, how far she's over the net and just straight down. That's a hard block to hit against between her and Lourdes Myers.
We'll go to the other side, and Zgunts gets the high hands.
Again, really loves that shot. It's really effective for her. It's something you've got to do against really sizable blocking teams in order to continue to give yourself points.
Zgunts serving. They certainly have her as a back row option. Serve caught Gar by surprise. Hansen takes the swing there. Now Zgunts back row, and Acevedo can't get the dig inbounds.
That came with some pace for sure. Zgunts can hit with a lot of power, and Acevedo almost in the right position, just a little far behind it. And obviously that sails out of bounds.
Well, so does that one.
That serve.
5-7, Gophers trailing Thibault the serve. Both teams so far retained both of their timeouts. Again, both teams pretty early in the last two sets running out. Burr on that right side is again turned away by Hansen. She's having a great blocking stretch.
Yeah, Julia Hansen here in this third set is not letting anyone by her. Really, I was so impressed with her ability to turn that back into the court as it's coming from that angle.
And a great serve by Kate Thibault.
Yeah, Kate Thibault has been really playing well this last set or so, and obviously she'll continue to keep the ball on Zgunts.
Another tough serve. Nearly gets the overpass. Instead, Klein takes a swing and is long.
Gophers are lucky that that one was long from Klein because both blockers out of position. Stella Swenson jumped with the middle and then barely got out there to the outside.
Serve into the net, and we are all tied up here at 8 apiece.
South Dakota State's got Riley Martin up there blocking, so if I'm Minnesota, I'm going to want to try and put a ball over her and swing over her.
Nice joust from Shetland, but Swenson wins it.
Swenson there with the second push, which is what you need to do, and Shetland not able to have that one. And you recall last time that happened, Stella Swenson said, I need to win that, I need to win that. Well, she did just that.
Serve from Hansen in system. They go to Shetland. Good dig from Julia Hansen. No back row option, so Gar will just bounce that one back. Gar, nice dig on the dump from Riley Martin. Acevedo through the triple block, but a really good job there in the backcourt for the Jackrabbits. Swenson goes Acevedo one more time. This time she puts it away and it's off into the crowds.
I mean, Kate Thiebel is covering every square foot of this court. She's covering, she's digging, she's reading tips. McKenna Gar read the setter dump. Minnesota's floor defense playing really well right now.
And so we will step aside with that timeout. Gophers lead 10-8 in set 3. Swenson has done a really good job spreading out the offense. They haven't had to rely quite as much on Hansen this weekend. Shetland, again, mistimed with that height. She can take care of it, and a great dump by Swenson.
That is a really good dump by Swenson. A really, really smart place to put that ball. I've been expecting her to do a little bit more of that in this match, but she's been quiet thus far. You wonder if Minnesota said, hey, don't be afraid to get a little aggressive there.
Lead up to 3. Tight pass, nice dump by Martin. Swenson goes Acevedo. Tip there, not much to do with that one. Klein, a big swing off of Hansen.
Good swing there by Klein. Hansen not quite able to come up with it. Looked like Minnesota had a block that was pretty well formed, but it kind of sailed just over.
Riley Martin serving. Klein, Shetland, and Ventling Brown, the front row. And Lourdes Myers finishes off the block.
They're going to call Myers in the net there on that one. I'm not sure if it was the ball or Lourdes Myers in the net. Looks like Keegan Cook is going to challenge that net call. They'll say it was the ball.
Looks like the ball in that replay.
On the block side of things, South Dakota State with 10 total blocks, Minnesota with 12. So, and there Minnesota wins that point. The call is reversed. No net.
Well, a really smart challenge there by Keegan Cook. Keeps the Gophers with little room to work with the lead 12-9 as Georgia Lee will enter the game to serve.
And Jordan Taylor back in the front row for Minnesota now. Acevedo leading all Minnesota players with 11 kills. Julia Hansen with 7. On the South Dakota State side, Zgunz with 14 and Shetland with 7. Burr with 6.
A little bit of a delay here at the scorers table as we are getting set to resume. 12-9 Gophers. Again, it's been a tight match in just about every metric.
Absolutely.
And now we can get back underway. Georgia Lee serving. Back with her are Hansen and Thiebalt, Swenson, Acevedo, and Jordan Taylor in the front row. Again, Shetland, Klein, Ventling, Brown, the front row on the other side. And Shetland is dug up by Georgia Lee. Big swing by Acevedo puts the Gophers on top by 4.
Acevedo, great high hand swing there on a ball that came at her pretty quickly. Georgia Lee with a nice dig. This ball comes in from Stella Swenson, and Acevedo not afraid to use those hands.
We'll be back. Gophers lead up to 4 here on Big Ten Plus.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
A really big block. Jordan Taylor, she's doing a phenomenal job of filling her role. Great block by she and Kelly Kinney here. Minnesota pulls up 20-13. And remember, no more timeouts left on the South Dakota State side.
Nice float from Acevedo. Nice quick set to the middle in Madison Burr.
And Madison Burr able to get back on the board there. It starts with a good pass. She's, you know, it's an interesting kind of push set there. It's not super quick, and so she's able to kind of read the court and see where the opening is.
Gunts, Burr, and Riley Martin, front row. Rachel Weber, again, a Minnesota native, 1 of 4 on the team, is serving. Out of system, bump set to Hansen, and past the triple block, gets the kill.
Really, really good swing by Julia Hansen. She's been a little quiet tonight. That's just kill number 9 on 30 swings with 40 errors. So not a super productive night, but obviously the big one there.
McKenna Garr, the true freshman libero serve. 21-14 lead, blocked by Lourdes Myers. And Gunts will take a swing, handled by Swenson. Hansen a chance here, goes off the top of the block. But the Jackrabbits recovers. Gunts tries to push it away, and a great dig by Swenson. Hansen lays off, decides to bump set it over. Jackrabbits once again go to Gunts, and the kill off of Alex Acevedo.
Great hustle there by Stella Swenson, almost picks it up, but Gunts, that is a really nice swing by her. Kill number 15 on the night for Gunts, leading all players.
Well, the Gophers happy to see her go to the bench for a little bit, as coming in to serve is Megan Roggenkamp, making her the debut of her sophomore season right here. Defensive specialist out of Rockford, Minnesota. Kelly Kinney, a big swing. And we'll get Klein on the other side. Garr is there. Swenson sets behind her to Kinney, who finishes.
That is a great swing by Kelly Kinney. A really nice set. She gets her one-on-one. I'll say it starts with a really disciplined McKenna Garr dig, and then Kelly Kinney terminal in the cross court.
Gunts back in after that serving substitution. Thibault with the serve. Gophers lead by 7 in set 3. Nice placement by Klein, gets the kill.
Klein giving a very strange face after that kill, sort of a paintbrush hit kill that came off of her fingertips. Minnesota not able to handle it.
Good to see that Minity is back out from the locker room. Madison Burr serve off the tape. Good adjustment there by the Gophers. Hansen with the left-hand tip. Jackrabbits go to Martin, who takes a big swing.
It seems like Julia Hansen has either had a stuff block or she set the block in the wrong spot. On this one, take a look. She's too far inside and able to take advantage. You know, when a setter swings, they're going to be swinging hard. So Riley Martin takes a rip.
Ace for the Jackrabbits off of Hansen. Like you said, they're not going away easy. We'll see how they respond. If the Gophers can get out of this set with the victory, we'll be back with the rest of set 3 here on Big Ten Plus. Their lead cut down to 4. You take a look at Acevedo's stats today. She is out of the back row right now.
Alex Acevedo, the redshirt sophomore for the Golden Gophers, a transfer from Oregon here in her second season with Minnesota. And, you know, I think fans at the beginning of the year didn't know if it would be Acevedo or Ann Hansen or Wooker. Now with Wooker redshirting the season, Acevedo playing a bigger role and doing very well.
Very well played slide from Lourdes Myers. Brings us 1 away from set point Gophers.
Lourdes Myers with kill number 6 on the night.
Hansen the serve. Second in the game with 13 kills. Second to Gunts. Klein takes a swing into the block, gets the overpass. Myers will set it back off, run the slide back into the block one more time. Swenson sets the far side to Acevedo. It's tight. Tries to swipe it off the block. Shetland fell down on that one. One more time through the triple block. It's Alex Acevedo.
Alex Acevedo able to squeeze it through a broken block there and does a really nice job of taking control of that point. Kate Thibault again on the coverage. I can't say enough with how scrappy she's been today.
Hansen once again serving with set point. Martin will feed Gunts back row, block, touch. Gophers with the chance. Swenson goes back to Myers on the slide. She puts away set 3.
Really nice set there by Stella Swenson to save that one, and Lourdes Myers available. Almost looked a little surprised to get that ball, but able to terminate.
Well, really great job by the Gophers pushing through set 3. We'll see if they can look as dominant when we return for set 4 here on Big Ten Plus.
Minnesota 5 blocks in the first, none in the second, and 5 in the third. And these are total blocks.
And starting off strong from Riley Martin, the setter. This is, again, their rotation with Klein, Shetnin, and Ventling Brown. Swenson setting from behind the 10-foot line. Acevedo's swing. Klein, big swing off the block of Jordan Taylor. Gophers have a chance here to take a swing. They go to Acevedo, who gets the kill, and she's really dealt with that triple block well today.
She has. She's been, while they have a triple block in front of her, their hands are not well formed, and so she's just swinging away, making them pay for those hands that are not well formed. I'm still perplexed by this total block stat. It must be 5-4-5. Live stats is doing me wrong here.
Swenson the serve, tied up at 1, slide to Shetnin, but Gar is there. Set behind her to Kelly Kinney. Close to an overpass. Instead, nice quick play to Shetnin.
And I especially love that set because Shetnin finds herself there between the middle and the right side, so between Taylor and Kinney, and that is a beautiful swing between that block. It's a great set there by the setter, Riley Martin, the junior setter.
Martin setting again from the back row. Gunts back in the front row. Gophers go straight to Kinney, and she is turned away. Ventling Brown and Shetnin on that right side block.
That is a very well-formed block with strong hands on the South Dakota State side. Kinney's going to have to do more with that ball. She's going to have to go high hands. She's going to have to go sharper cross.
The serve from Meister is taken by Acevedo, and she'll get back for the swing. Gunts goes off the hand of Jordan Taylor. Joust at the net. Kinney wins it. Gunts big swing between Taylor and Acevedo. Acevedo chance here one-on-one. Can't terminate. Great job by Jordan Taylor putting back the quick putover.
Jordan Taylor says, not here. You're not going to get that one by me. And it was a crafty little move by the setter. We've seen her do this a couple of times, Riley Martin, but Jordan Taylor stays home for that one.
Nice serve from Acevedo. Martin running bump set. And another swing by Gunts into that block. Gar sets Hansen back into the game. Overpass Hansen one more time, gets the kill.
Second time's a charm there for Julia Hansen. She is taking good rips at the ball, but the South Dakota State defense is very well prepared for her. That time, no block, but a lot of times in offense, they're doing a nice job of reading her.
South Dakota State goes straight to Ventling Brown on the right side, who gets the kill off the block.
Ventling Brown there with her 6th kill of the night, 6th kill of the day, excuse me. Again, not super productive, 6 kills on 14 swings with 3 errors, but seems to come up with them when they really need them.
Burr in the front row, surrounded by Gunts and Ventling Brown. Quick set to Taylor. Really great dig from Riley Martin. One more chance for Gunts. Quick set, dump from Swenson. Gets the kill.
And Swenson there able to just do that tiny little set over the net, catches the South Dakota State Jackrabbit defense off guard, really well timed for that move.
Lourdes Myers back in the front row for the Gophers. Tied up at 4 here in set 4. Serve choked Zagunts a little bit. Now Gophers will have to send over that very high free ball. Set back and just wide is Ventling Brown.
Ventling Brown trying to do something with that as she sees a really big block in front of her with Julia Hansen and Lourdes Myers. Lourdes Myers did a nice job of staying disciplined and make sure that she was there for that block.
McKenna Garr with the serve. Talk about a player who's really found her role early in the season. Zagunts goes right into the block, but it's out. Myers thought it was in. It looked at least close.
Yeah, Myers thought it was in, but Coach Keegan Cook only has 1 challenge left. I think he signaled to her, I only have 1 left. He wants to make sure that he saves it in case he needs it later. And I think that's smart. It's 5-5 here in the set.
Rachel Weaver serving. Good job by Hansen running that one down. Very narrow set over. And misplayed by the Gophers. Really good job taking advantage of the open space.
Absolutely. Again, Madison Burr has really good court awareness and a really good sense of where people are. She's able to use her vision. It's a smart play.
Garr takes care of the serve, and Lourdes Myers is in the net.
In the net. It's a tough one when that ball is passed so tightly, but you'll see here that hitting hand will just rake the net as she comes through.
Weaver on a bit of a service run. Jackrabbits up 7-5. And Acevedo will set it over with 2 hands from the back row. Jackrabbits feed Burr, and it's put back down by Hansen.
There she is. Very, very good job, Julia Hansen. Nice job. Again, she does such a good job when she's blocking of pushing her hands back toward the center of the court there. You see as she finishes, she pushes back toward the center of the court.
Diebold in serving. And gets the ace. Well-placed serve off of the freshman Maggie Meister.
And now they're going to pull Maggie Meister out of the passing pattern and put Zgunts back there. And remember, Minnesota was keying in on Zgunts earlier, so I imagine they'll keep it on that side of the court. Well, perhaps not.
I think you're 1 for 2 on the day. Zgunts, another chance here, and goes off the top of that block.
Again, the Zgunts special tonight is just high hands, high hands, high hands. I mean, she has 17 kills now, and I got to think at least 11, 12 of them are off the hands.
Megan Roggenkamp again back into serve as that serving specialist. With the 8-7 lead, she sends that one long. And we'll head out as Zgunts re-enters. Tied up at 8. Julia Hansen's serve. Very tight to the net pass. Burr, great job. And Swenson goes for the dump. Really nice dig on that back left by Zgunts. Klein a swing off of Garr. Swenson back row attack, Julia Hansen. Some really good defense by the Jackrabbits here. But bump just took Klein too far out and can't get it inside the antennas.
That was a tough one. That ball was dug really, really high, and Richardson is trying to take care of it. Immediately when it left her platform, she was like, oh no, what have I done? Yeah, see, she put her hand to her mouth, huh?
9-8 Gophers. Again, that pass pretty tight to the net, but Klein goes straight down with it.
It's a good swing by Klein. If you're McKenna Garr, she does a good job of staying disciplined, but there she's just too deep. She's out of position a little bit with that big of a hole in the block. You got to just come in a little bit. You expect that ball to be hit right in that seam.
Madison Burr, the middle serving. Just barely over the net. Swenson Setting from behind the line, and Julia Hansen unloads from the back row.
Julia Hansen with kill number 11 there. Doing a nice job here, especially in this fourth set, of being productive for the Golden Gophers.
Georgia Lee serving with the lead. Martin chooses Klein. She goes off the block.
And Klein has been most effective when she's sort of swiping it off the block out of bounds to the sideline there. Same thing that she did this time. She's done it a few different times to that Minnesota block.
Taylor back in for the Gophers. Acevedo, Gar, and Thibault the serve receive. The serve is long. Gophers back on top, 11-10.
A couple of service errors here by the Jackrabbits in the fourth set. And feels like at sort of inopportune times. Obviously, they want to keep the pressure on, but 7 service errors to Minnesota's 3.
Serve from Swenson. Barton chooses Klein again, and she is on a roll.
Absolutely, she is. Klein there notching her 10th kill of the night. Quite a few errors out of Klein. 10 kills, 8 errors on 35 swings. So not a super efficient night, but effective here in this fourth set.
Tied up at 11. Julia Hansen. Good pass. They go quick to Taylor, who finishes.
Very, very good job. I love that set choice by Julia Hansen in that situation. Taylor up ready on this 31, right between the block. It's a great, beautifully run play.
Serve from Acevedo in system, though, runs a guns, and a towering block puts the Gophers up 2.
That ball was a little tight for Zgunz, and Minnesota's block does a really nice job of staying disciplined and being there. Zgunz, she's been so effective off high hands, but that ball a little tighter. It's a little harder to do that.
Bump set to Zgunz. That same double block. This time she beats it.
Yeah, now you're expecting her to do the same thing. Zgunz is one of those players, she'll make an error. She won't make 2 in a row.
Libero Richardson back to serve. The best serve on the team, 10 aces entering the day. Kinney, big swing, and a net violation by the Jackrabbits.
A net there by Madison Burr. Kinney will get credit for that kill. Minnesota now up 14-12, and here's where they're really going to want to roll. They're going to want to push these Jackrabbits down. Jackrabbits, of course, as we know, they will fight back.
Really good pass, quick up the middle. What a swing from Burr.
It's a really good swing by Burr, and it's a very nice job. It's a great set choice by setter Riley Martin. She finds Burr with only one blocker, the middle blocker, Lourdes Myers, because Kelly Kinney has already left to go outside against Zgunz.
Weaver at the line. Swenson, tight set. She goes over to Hansen. Nearly gets the overpass. Martin puts it over. Dump from Swenson, and it's down.
That's a really smart set by Stella Swenson, a really smart dump, especially when she's back row with that two-handed dump. Nice job by Minnesota. They go up 15-13 here at the media timeout.
We'll be back with more here on Big Ten Plus.
Minnesota with Kate Thibault serving back there and has been doing a nice job of that today.
Another good serve from Thibault. They'll feed Zgunz right off the bat. That same double block between Myers and Swenson. Swenson, Myers on the slide and gets the kill from it.
Swenson finds Myers. It's a really nice set choice, and Myers one-on-one there on the slide versus Zgunz. For whatever reason, Bird didn't go up with that one, and that's a lot of court to give Lourdes Myers.
They go back to Burr, tries to tip it and get a little crafty, just too far inside the ball.
Yeah, you said it, just a little too crafty. It was a smart play by her. She comes back to her team. She says, I got that, I got that. Just a uncharacteristic error out of Burr.
Well, it felt like it was too long without a timeout. South Dakota State will take one. We'll be back on Big Ten Plus.
She's got 8 kills tonight, 7 block assists, and don't forget, most importantly for a middle, she has a dig.
Big finish there by Julia Hansen.
Great job by Julia Hansen. You definitely don't want to be giving Julia Hansen an overpass. It's a scary situation. She flies so high there and able to take care of it.
Now, Meredith, we've talked about your slides, your serving. How's your back row defense?
Yeah.
That says it all.
We won't talk about that anymore. I would get hit by the ball once in a while. It counts as a dig, you know?
Well, Zguntz serving again that 4-point deficit. Pass by Gar, slide again to Myers, and that play is just dialed in today.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful time to choose Lourdes Myers because you've got Julia Hansen out on the outside. Certainly Stella Swenson can be offensive on her own, but the middle, as a middle blocker, you're going to want to shade to Julia Hansen. You do not want to leave her one-on-one, but if you do that, then you risk leaving Lourdes Myers one-on-one, as we just saw.
And you could sort of catch it at the end of the replay, but Keegan Cook was very excited about how well-oiled that play is.
Very pumped for his team. That was a good set choice and a very well-executed play.
Another service error for the Gophers. South Dakota still with 8 to the Gophers 4. Good pass by Gar. Myers again on the slide, and at the very least knocks the Jackrabbits out of system. One-handed dig from Hansen. Acevedo goes up against the double block, says she got the touch. We'll see. Looks like Keegan Cook very quick to reach for the challenge card there. And we will have a challenge. So Burr back serving, the lead at 3 for the Gophers. The slide again to Myers. And at the very least, South Dakota State out of system. Good block touch there. And Myers. Looks like
Myers is going to get called for over the net. I like the aggressive play. We'll see here the replay. Yeah, she was quite over the net.
And
she
so
was up in their business.
That will force Minnesota to a timeout. A 2-point lead here late in set 4. We'll be back after this. The serve is just barely out. Good discipline by Acevedo.
Looks like we're going to challenge that one. A lot of stops and starts here at the end. It looked close, but we are at the worst angle possible, Sam. So we'll see here. South Dakota State challenging whether or not that serve was in or out. I'm glad we didn't have to debate about what we thought, because we've been really wrong today.
Well, Burr serving just a 1-point game. Gophers looked like they were going to pull away earlier in the set. Great fight by the Jackrabbits. And the serve into the net. That was very close to being an ace.
Yeah. But again, like the vibes on the South Dakota State team are really strong. They're super positive, super energetic, letting it rip. Coach Dan Georgalis even thrilled with how Burr just went through that serving rotation.
Dump attempt by Martin. Taylor was there again, going up against that double block, and Klein just tried to avoid it a little too steeply.
Yeah, that ball was off of the net. That set by Martin was really far off the net, and Klein just not able to get all the way around on it and finish. Georgia Lee now in for Minnesota.
Serve into the net from Georgia Lee. Back to a 2-point game.
You just can't be missing these serves on both sides of the net at this point in this set. You really want to get your team going, especially into the net. That's some miss you just don't want to see right now.
Riley Martin, setter to serve. Swenson chooses Hansen back row against a single block of Shetnin. Klein on the near left side gets the overpass. One more time to Klein. Block is slow to form, but she just tips it. Swenson out to Acevedo off the block. Really good dig by Richardson. Joust at the net, and it is won on that right side by Ventling Brown.
Ventling Brown, when you need a point, you got to find her, I guess. I mean, she hasn't had a super efficient night, but just when the South Dakota State Jackrabbits really need to come back, they need to tighten it up, there she is.
3 Jackrabbits at that 10-kill mark. Ventling Brown nearing it. Swenson goes over, gets the kill between the block and the net.
Ooh, I was a little worried about that move by Stella Swenson. I thought the South Dakota State Jackrabbit blockers were well positioned, but not quick enough, and therefore not penetrating over the net enough.
That'll force a timeout. Gophers up 2. We'll see if they can close out the match here on Big Ten Plus. Up 2. Again, they haven't lost since that August 25th 4-setter to Texas A&M. They'll feed Klein off the bat. Good block by that right hand of Kelly Kinney. Great dig by Swenson on the swing. Acevedo gets the kill.
Really nice swing by Alex Acevedo. Very good spot. That's hard to defend. You see Zagunts is over shading left to go on the cross court, and Acevedo finds it in that deep corner-ish.
Stella Swenson the serve. Tight dig, and there to finish it off is Jordan Taylor, bringing up match point Gophers.
Jordan Taylor, a force to be reckoned with up there on the net with that overpass. Great job.
Match point serve from Swenson. Out of system swing for Klein. She sends it long, and the Gophers win a hard-fought 4-set match with the Jackrabbits.
You know, Klein, I like her being aggressive there, you know, just out. But South Dakota State's got to be really proud of how they played this match. They did a fantastic job.